The gauntlet has been thrown down. Professional football player Cassius Marsh has issued a $500,000 bounty on the One Ring. But is this just the beginning, or is this offer just a representation of the Magic enthusiast community that lives, well, a different lifestyle than you and I? Let's talk about it. Since the announcement of the one-of-one ring in Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth, we have been abuzz with incredible conversations about this card, and the gauntlet this week has officially been slammed to the deck. That's right, professional football player, outside linebacker, and open and avid Magic enthusiast Cassius Marsh has issued a very real bounty on what might be the most sought-after Magic the Gathering card of all time. So today we need to have a conversation about what that means for the card, what that means for regular enthusiasts like you and I, and do we think the community is going to come up over the top? What kind of people are going to try to beat Mr. Marsh's offer? And after watching Mr. Marsh play for my Chicago Bears, I don't want to try to beat that man at anything. Like, listen, I'll give you the ring. Just please don't tackle me. But let's get into some interesting conversations about this offer. The one-of-one ring is what might be the most sought-after Magic card of all time. There's been several discussions, both online and at your local game store, about would you rather have this or, and I call that would you rather have this or any Magic card in existence. And the most open comparison would be definitely the Alpha Lotus. Now, Alpha PSA 10 Lotuses are a pretty low population. Last I heard, I believe they were like something like Pop 6. So there's only 6 of them in the world, and it is openly considered what might be the most iconic card in Magic's history. With 30 plus years of life behind it, it has seen everything that Magic has to offer, and not only does the card have a rarity associated with it, but it's got a story. Now, the one-of-one ring looks to trump a bit of that history by reaching a much wider audience, right? Lord of the Rings enthusiasts everywhere have an opportunity to pick this card up, and I gotta tell you, I'm sure they are in. But not only that, it is a one-of-one. While there were thousands of Black Lotuses printed back in the day, there will only ever be one copy of this version of the card. So while it doesn't have the history, it definitely has some other very enticing stats. So it begs the question, what are people going to want? And it seems like the hype train is carrying people into the one-of-one ring. As a $500,000 offer has been slammed on the table, you have to wonder if this will be the last one. And I say you have to wonder, but I can almost guarantee it 100% will not be. The high-end Magic collector and Magic enthusiast groups and communities are not only a much wider bunch than regular enthusiasts like you and I would anticipate, but also they're highly competitive. We'll talk again because we know about the open offer from Cassius Marsh. Think about what it takes to be that person, to make it to the National Football League, and then to carry that past and go into your Magic the Gathering career and be an enthusiast with trading cards and have your card shop and your content and everything. You have to be an extremely driven individual. And extremely driven and competitive individuals often don't like to lose. So not only is this offer very serious, but I believe he wants to be extremely competitive. Now, that doesn't mean that he will go up. I don't speak for him. You know what? I will speak for Mr. Marsh for a second. That sack against Pittsburgh, when you were in Chicago, was not unsportsmanlike conduct in any way, shape, or form. That was ridiculous, and we rock with you. We still hurt from that ref call. That was terrible. But I will say that he will not be the only one that feels that competitive nature when it comes to this one ring. Other people in that high-end community will get that competitive nature and want to, frankly, show off to their friends and be the proud owner of the only one of these in existence. And that is going to create a good amount of demand from that upper echelon of people. Now, this fights the normal demand that regular enthusiasts like you and I, deal with. There's not 20,000 people trying to buy cards or boxes off TCG Player or whatever it might be. There might only be 12 people, 13 people, heck, maybe even 9 or 10. But there's only one card. The other side of that is the supply, and here with the absolutely ridiculously limited supply, the demand has a chance to go through the roof. So I'm excited to see what this means, but what does this mean for regular enthusiasts like you and me? Well, what it means is someone has an opportunity to have their life changed. Like when you take everything out and you just zoom out really far and look at the situation, there is a chance that a Magic enthusiast, someone who's just a member of our community that has normal trials and tribulations of life and bills and family and all that, has an opportunity to open something that is not only truly special, but is arguably life changing. They then are faced with a choice that they can make the situation around them different just via the snap of a fingers. And that idea, that concept to me is kind of fascinating. It's kind of cool, right? The idea that that could happen to somebody. Now, don't get me wrong. As we joked around earlier, Rudy could just open this on his channel. It could go into a vault and no one could ever see it again. That is a 100% possibility. Star City Games could open it. A major company can open it. Any numerous possibilities. But the thought that this could completely change someone's lives is extremely fun. Now, I do think it is a bit of a trap for the regular enthusiast. I know we see the gift bundle selling at an extremely high rate. These gift bundles that we're tracking are selling unlike gift bundles that we have seen before, and that is because of the one collector booster pack. That one collector booster pack is being treated kind of like a lottery ticket. I believe there are several regular enthusiasts that are being pulled in and kind of convinced to spend their money in that way. Now, I think a smarter way to look at it is the idea of you could chase the serialized soul rings or even the non-serialized soul rings that are limited print, and you could put a bunch of stuff in your commander decks to treat this like a regular set and let the extreme pulls be something that, hey, it might happen, it's pretty cool, I believe is a much better approach to something like this. But I want to know what you think in the comment section below. If you're going to open the One Ring, if you're buying any Lord of the Rings, what are you doing with it? Are you selling it? Are you keeping it? Are you telling anybody? Heck, are you calling Mr. Marsh right now and saying, hey, will you buy this card for me? I want to know what everyone's plan is, because listen, some people value that much money, and that's life-changing. Hey, that's me. I'm just a normal person. I got a kid upstairs I got to feed. I would love to open that card. I can guarantee you I'd probably sell it pretty quickly, but other people aren't as driven by things like that. They might want to keep it. So I want to know how you guys feel out there on the internet. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching this channel. Remember, share this video with a friend or group of friends. I think conversations like this are extremely fun and important. And I really think we become smarter consumers by really digging into and thinking about the business of Magic the Gathering as we engage with the play. So again, thanks so much for hanging out. Oh, again, subscribe. I always miss something. Until next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh. It's been a pleasure talking to you today. We'll see you around. Bye.